Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Rappler Live Jam. Joining us today is Mr. Noel Cabangon, a multi-awarded singer-songwriter. We are so pleased that you're here. Noel, thank you for joining us. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you very much for having me.
I know you're preparing for your upcoming series of shows,
Yeah,
right?
that's why I'm here, and thank you for the opportunity.
No, it's an honor to have you here. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going into the preparations for your show, Traffic Jam?
Well, the title Traffic Jam is actually I'll be featuring songs that we listen to when we're stuck in traffic.
Oh,
So something like we jump from one channel to another when we
sure,
turn
yeah.
on the radio, but if we have a playlist in our phones. We parang
Right.
Bluetooth na lang, di ba?
Yeah, I think that's something that's been common for years and years,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
perhaps the medium has changed over time. So
Right,
ngayon,
right.
streaming na.
Yeah. So
And
what what we did was to really prepare for the repertoire, and there are some mostly well, it's Filipino music
Right.
and foreign and covers, no? So yun yung mga.
I think jumping off on that, I'm curious to know what is on your traffic jam playlist kapag nakastuck ka sa traffic.
Well, I always I listen to the radio. I turn on my radio to classical music,
Right.
98.7, and also at 105.1, which is a crossover, and 88.3. Ano pa ba?
I think it depends on your mood din eh. Sino
Yeah,
yung favorite mong pakinggan kapag medyo napapa-road rage na?
88.3,
yeah.
mga rock na.
Yung mga ano talaga eh.
Yeah, road rage. But pero kung especially in the morning, I listen to 98.7
Right.
FE.
I believe we can also expect some guests for your upcoming shows.
Yeah, I have Ogie Alcacid, Rico Blanco, and Aisel Santos. I don't know if you know her.
Yeah,
She's
sure, absolutely.
with Rock of Ages before.
Yes, that's super exciting. I just kind of going into this, I was, of course, reading up, and I read in your Elements bio something very interesting. I read that at 10 years old, or when you were just a kid, you had quite a dose of stage fright, and
Yeah.
and according to the bio, you would run away whenever people would enter you in contests and
Yes,
things like
yes.
that. Why is that? And you've come such a long way from that. Na.
Uh, I don't know, but I really had a hard time facing a huge
Crowds.
crowd and singing in front of a lot of people. But I was able to overcome that when I joined the Glee Club when I was in high school, and the church choir. Siyempre kasi marami na kami, so hindi na ako nag-iisa. And then when I started as a folk singer also,
Right.
so slowly I was able
Over
to.
time.
Yeah, over time I was able to overcome my stage fright.
There's a really wonderful kind of parallelism to that today because you are a mentor to many musicians of different styles. And what do you think? What do you usually tell them, and how do you usually go about, just
Performance?
guiding them? Yeah.
Well, one is preparedness. I mean, you have to really prepare before your performance, and just sing with your heart, and be sincere with what you're going to do. Ano pa ba? Pikit mo lang yung mata mo.
Yun ba yung solution kapag may nerves?
May naiiyakan konti. But I had this experience when I was invited to sing national anthem at one of the Ramon Magsaysay Awards.
Ay.
That was in the 90s.
Uh-uh.
And I was so frightened. I might...
Baka mapiyok.
No, not only the piyok, but the lyrics. I might forget the
nga.
lyrics. So I was so conscious. And singing in front of foreign dignitaries, mas Nakakatakot.
Oo nga.
So, and well, and singing in a contest, kahit na professional na ako, talagang dinadaga pa rin ako eh. I still, get
Until
nervous.
today.
Until
To this
today,
day,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
What's the best thing that you do to just get over it? Pikit lang ng mata. Right now.
Actually, effective
Yeah.
yun eh. Pikit mo yung mata, hindi mo sila nakikita. You don't see their reaction. And just, listen to yourself. And
Great.
yeah.
Well, I wanted to ask because aside from your own songs that you perform, you also have written for other artists.
Yeah, I did.
Is that less nerve-wracking, of course, because it's written for them?
When writing for other artists, it's really more of they already have a what they want, what they need. So and it is also designed for the kind of album that they are going to release or they're producing. So it sometimes I write new compositions, or if I have an old one, they want to use it.
It's tweaked for
Yeah.
them.
Mostly, these are love songs. Kasi yun talaga yung...
Yun talaga-
yun
yun
talaga
talaga
ang
yung-
topic na hindi namamatay.
Okay, I'm really excited to go into our little set. And I know we were just talking about this song earlier, right before the show. It's Kahit Maputi Na Ang Buhok Ko.
Yeah.
And we were talking about, you've been performing this song for many, many years.
Since 2009 when I
well,
recorded it.
Matagal na rin naman, but
Yeah.
and we were just saying earlier that the meaning has changed for you
Yeah, it has changed.
every time. You
Yeah,
know?
because it wasn't just about love, but it's more of your commitment also to your advocacies, to your commitment to your community. Again, so it wasn't just yung commitment ko sa
Sa person na.
oo, sa tao na minamahal ko, ganun,
Oo.
to my family, but there's a larger meaning.
Do you find this is true for many of the songs in your body of work? Or are there certain songs that stand out as having, well, as it will
Over
never be
time,
the
it
same
changed.
again, yeah?
Yeah. I wrote some songs that are love songs, but eventually it transcended the love meaning, but it's more of, it somehow became an inspirational, parang ganon. So yung ganong ibang level.
Have people come to you with stories of their own about songs that...
Yeah.
Can you tell us about some of that?
I wrote a song that it's about a friend of mine who has already departed, and we had a very very good relationship. He is a German. He was a teacher, and we were very good friends, even with his colleagues and his family. I was also very devastated when he
passed,
passed
yeah.
away. So I was able to write a song about him, about it's a different meaning, dimension. So,
For sure. I'm really excited to give you
but
the
we're
floor.
not going to
yeah.
perform that.
No.
Malungkot na siya.
Oo. Pero yung mood today, introspective, chill lang.
chill lang.
Okay. Sige, sir, please take it away. Yeah.
All right.
Sige.
This is a Ray Valera composition. Kung tayo ay matanda na, sana'y di tayo magbago. Kailanman nasaan ba'y ito ang pangarap ko. Makuha mo pa kaya ako'y hagan at yakapin. Hanggang sa pagtanda natin, nagtatanong lang sa'yo, ako pa maputi na ang buhok ko. Pagdating ng araw, ang iyong buhok ay puputi na rin. Sabay tayong mangangarap ng nakaraan sa atin. Ang nakalipas ay babalik natin. Ipapaalala ko sa'yo ang aking pangako ng pag-ibig ko'y lagi sa'yo. Kahit maputi na ang buhok ko, na na la 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 la, na 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 na. Ang nakalipas ay ibabalik natin. Ipapaalala ko sa'yo ang aking pangako ng pag-ibig ko'y lagi sa'yo. Kahit maputi, kahit maputi, kahit maputi na ang buhok ko.
Thank you. Thank you for that. If you're just joining us, we're here today with Mr. Noel Cabangon for Rappler Live Jam. We are just on after the first song, so if you're just dropping by, there's still a lot of time to catch up. So Noel, I just wanted to kind of go back to what we were talking about earlier, which was that you have now had the privilege of working with many of our younger artists today. And I was very interested to know, what do you think are the main trends that are coming out in OPM today?
Well, we're still, their music is still very much influenced by foreign music. So you still have the EDM, you have rap, R&B, and mga ganun. Pop music, syempre rock also. But they're talking about their own, stories, their own narratives. It's a different generation now, so
But I
a
think
lot of them also use
Yeah.
modern technology. So
But I think we were talking about this earlier, that there is a certain very Filipino nature to the songs, even if many of them are written in English.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was asking you, do you think it is a technical thing, or is it something that's more visceral in nature?
for me, I think it's more of more cultural, because even though we speak or we write in English, lumalabas pa rin yung Filipino sensibility. And kahit na nag-i-English tayo, even our sentence construction, so I was saying a while ago, still parang may pagka-Filipino pa rin because of siguro the way we think and the way our perspective.
Isang quote comes to mind from isang poet, si Justine Camacho. Sabi nga niya, if it is cold, we must put our coats on, but it was always with our skins that we feel. Ganun din siguro.
Kasi nga, I don't know, but the visceral thing is because siguro sabi nga kasi nila, because we're a very sentimental race, and We really like sometimes melancholy and mga ganun. We are so emotional also.
Yes. And the themes are there. And do you believe the themes have evolved then over time? Do you think the mood is changing?
Well, love is just still the same. It's just a different storyteller with a different uh, music background, but still the same though. But there are a lot of things that are still, we see that somehow didn't really change much.
I think you've spoken before about challenges that are faced by our industry today. And part of it, I think, is still what gets more airplay, more time, and just more listens in general. Do you think those problems have evolved, or are we still battling the same thing?
Well, I think the challenge to Filipino music is how to really uh, get across, the worldwide, the how you say it, the world market. uh, the yung tindahan has already evolved. Now we have different platforms, and the physical CD is really going down, and eventually it will be out. I mean, it's all in it's all digital. So the challenge now, there's really a wide space that the musicians can really explore and utilize and maximize. But the competition is it's very stiff. And uh, the challenge also is how to be more creative.
Naaalala ko pa dati kapag bibili ka ng music para sa ibang tao. Napaka-special yung pupunta ka sa record store tapos pipili ka ng CD or cassette
CD.
para sa kanya. Do you think something has been lost since ngayon? Medyo hindi na ginagawa yun ng mga tao.
Hindi na kasi, alam nga, hindi mo naman pwede parigalo yung Spotify, no? But there's a resurgence of vinyl records, and a lot of people now are collecting again, and somehow those who are collecting also hindi lang sila nagno-nostalgia, but they're very much into audiophile sila,
Right,
no?
right.
They can really distinguish a good quality recording from analog to digital. So there's a resurgence in that particular area. But syempre, the younger generation is really more into digital. So everything is available online, and you can customize your playlist by subscribing to
Pwede
like
na ngayon yung
Spotify.
tingi.
Pwedeng tingi-tingi. Same thing was before when records lang, di ba? You can just buy, I don't know, that's time na
Maliit.
nabutan ko pa yun yung 45. Yeah, parang ganun, singles, no? You can also do that online. You can download one song, and then sometimes kaya nga hindi na rin encouraging yung you want to make an album, no? For an artist. Siguro mga 5 lang. That's
EP
why
na lang.
EP din. Sabi nila EP, extended playlist. So mga ganun lang. And then before the composers and singers and artists, they can earn more from
Album sales.
Yeah, from the sales. But now kasi pa isa-isa na,
Umiiba na rin yung business models.
nag-iiba na. Iba na talaga ang business model. So, yun yung challenge. Now, with that, having said that, the more na, I think the challenge is how to strengthen the how Filipinos should, support Filipino music. Kasi when you go online, ang dami-dami na talaga. The market's really open. It's really huge. You can avail of different kinds of music online from different countries, from different artists. So, kung mahina-hina yung, di ba, yung gimmick na, yung kanta natin. So, yun yung challenge. How do we now be able to engage the world market and really
Engage. Yeah,
and really sell,
for sure.
our local music internationally also.
Okay. I'm really excited about the next song on our lineup. It's frequently requested, I bet.
Yeah.
And certainly for today it was as well. Tatsulok. Noel, can you tell us a little bit about your history with this song and for you, perhaps special times you've had performing it?
The song was actually written by my bandmate before, Rom Longhetto.
Right.
And this was inspired by when we visited, attended the bicentennial celebration of French Revolution. And the song is about, it's a commentary on the social structures of the society. And it talks about justice also. And at that time, we were very much involved into protest music. So this was written in 1989, and it was released in 1990. Our group's name was Buklod. So yon, and it really it speaks of injustice, and there.
And these themes are still around today.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, and
all over the world.
Very much relevant. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much for that.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Toto'y bilisan mo ang takbo. Ilaga ng mga bombang nakatutok sa ulo mo. Toto'y tumanon ka, tumapa kung kailangan. At baka tamaan pa ng mga balang ligaw. Toto'y makinig ka, huwag nang magpagabi. Baka pagkamalan pa kumandusay dyan sa tabi. Toto'y alam mo ba kung ano ang punot dulo ng di matapos-tapos na kaguluhang ito? Hindi pula't dilaw ang tunay na magkalaban. Ang kulay at tatak ay di siyang dahilan. Hanggat marami ang lugmok sa kahirapan, at ang hustisya ay para lang sa mayaman. Habang may tatsulok at sila nasa tuktok, hindi matatapos itong gulo. Lumilikas ang hininga ng kairaming mga tao, at ang dating lunting bukid ngayon'y sementeryo. Toto'y kumilos ka, baliktarin ang tatsulok. Katulad mong mga dukha ang ilagay mo sa tuktok. Hindi pula't dilaw ang tunay na magkalaban. Ang kulay at tatak ay di siyang dahilan. Hanggat marami ang lugmok sa kahirapan, at ang hustisya ay para lang sa mayaman. Habang may tatsulok at sila nasa tuktok, hindi matatapos itong gulo. Habang may tatsulok at sila nasa tuktok, hindi matatapos itong gulo.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ayan na. Hello. Hi. If you're just joining us now, we have Mr. Noel Cabangon today on Rappler Live Jam. And it's a program where we invite a lot of artists to come over and play their music. And we can talk about music and the craft. Thank you so much for being here. It's really such an honor.
Pleasure is mine.
I've listened to your music growing up, and it's an amazing opportunity to be able to hear your thoughts on how music is changing today and where we are in terms of the industry and how it's
Yeah.
growing. What do you think is one thing na kailangan talaga today when it comes to OPM? Ano yung biggest needs ng artists?
Well, I think it's really more for the Filipino people to really appreciate and support OPM. Kasi we cannot, I think we won't be able to engage the world market or sell our craft to the rest of the world when tayo mismo we don't really support it. And I think that's a very big challenge because it will also, encourage more creation and more artists to come out and create to to the anthology of Filipino music. So, and music is always an expression of our culture and our identity. So, it has to, go on and on because those are what we're singing, what we're writing, are narratives of the Filipinos. So,
Yeah, I think in so many key experiences, there's a perfect song for that.
yeah.
I think that's something that people discover early on in their lives. Um, I think, but to me, what do you think is when it because with social media today, a lot of artists now need to learn apart from their craft, the branding side,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then the kasi dati if you were to sign with the label, for example,
Yeah.
they would take care of that. Today, there's self-branding, you have to self-promote
Yeah.
then. There's a whole new skill set, I would say.
Yeah, because there are platforms that you don't really somehow need a label. You can go independent and utilize what's given. Uh, that's why even producing an album, you can do your own. You can self-produce it. With the new technology, you can do it. Can do home recording, ganyan, and then come up with a you can do branding and
For sure,
etc.
yeah.
So you'll be able to, but eventually, you still want your songs to be promoted, to be patronized by your audience. So you also somehow develop, your own audience. For indies, actually they create their niche market,
Right.
and that's also good. But for which is really different from if you have a music label or a recording company, you have the luxury of being promoted by that company, and with their given market, there's already a market that's.
I suppose there are
Has
pros
to be
and
tapped.
cons
Huh?
to the whole thing. How would you advise somebody who really just wants to focus on the craft lang instead of having to do all of the
Focusing on your craft is you can do a lot of things. Listen to different kinds of music, um, do a lot of readings also. So somehow, at least the writing side of it has to be polished. Um, you do a lot of imagination. It's basically imagination. It's also good to learn also the theories and of music. It's not just being
the
doing
structure
the
and form
widow
of it.
or
Yes.
self-taught. But I think for me, because I was first self-taught or widow, but I found the need to reinforce my knowledge with theories, and so that's why I also enrolled in UP for an extension program on classical guitar. So because I also needed to learn the language. So when I talk to other musicians who are schooled, I know how to converse or talk to them. So those are some things that really for a musician or a music creator to
And they're
to do.
constant, diba? Over
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I'm really interested to know about when you write songs, do they usually mostly come all in one go or do they gestate over a period of time?
There are songs that I wrote for like a week. Yan, matagal na yon. Pero meron din namang just one sitting.
Mabilis lang.
Tapos
Like
na.
which ones? Yung mga-
Uh, I wrote a song entitled Dahil Nariyan Ka. I wrote that in one early morning and I finished it. And may marami pang mga ganun.
Then and there.
And then the song Ako Isang Mabuting Pilipino, it took me years. A couple of years, yeah. Because I wanted I was looking for the right music and how to approach it and what to write actually. But I already have the idea in mind. It's just that how to execute it.
It
It's
feels
mahirap
like such a personal thing.
Yeah,
But-
it is. It is very personal.
But do you also consult other peers or other friends?
Yeah. Well, like my first solo album, there are some songs that I consulted a senior kung tawagin namin like a poet. So, and malaking bagay because if you really want to polish, especially your lyrics, and consult them kung talagang may logic yung ginagawa mo. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng absurd lang, no?
Validation din naman kahit paano.
Yes.
minsan.
And of course, syempre, we all also need that, no?
And of course, I
Yung
think
validation and affirmation of
and I think across all industries, kahit anong craft din,
Yeah.
being able to hear feedback is a great thing.
But for performers, you really have to, if you really want to, hone your craft, you really have to keep on performing. Performing live in front of people. Na dati ayaw na ayaw ka, takot ako. Ngayon, there's that need to do that and to be conscious also how to really perform, sing correctly and how to deal with the audience. Ganyan. Although I'm not an expert pa sa ganun. Kasi
Sure.
may mga
Hindi.
may mga ano pa talaga. Sometimes there are moments na sometimes you don't want to talk to your audience, you just want to keep on singing. May mga ganun moments.
I guess it depends on the crowd as well. no?
Yeah.
May energy din silang kakaiba. I'm now coming up on our third song. Please tell me about.
This one is I wrote this in 2000 and 2006. This is about our OFWs. So it's like
Pauwi
a
na.
tribute no, to the OFWs. Title is Pauwi Na.
Ako'y pauwi na sa ating bayan, lupang sinisinta, bayang sinilangan. Ako'y nananabik na ika'y masilayan, pagkat malaon din akong nawalay sa aking inang bayan. Ang aking daladalay, isang maleta ng karanasan. Bitbit ko sa aking balikat ang binuno sa ibang bayan. Hawak ko sa aking kamay ang pag-asang inaasam, na sana'y matupad na rin ang pangarap ng magandang kinabukasan. Bayan ko, ako'y pauwi na. Ako'y ika'y makasama. Bayan ko, ako ay nariyan na, ating pagsaluhan ang pag-asang dala-dala. Ako'y pauwi na sa aming tahanan, sa mahal kong asawa't mga anak at kaibigan. Ako'y nananabik na kayo ay mahagan, pagkat tunay ang pangungulila sa ibang bayan. Ang aking dala-dala'y isang maleta ng pagmamahal, bitbit ko sa aking balikat ang pangakong matibay. Hawak ko sa aking kamay ang pag-asang inaasam, na sana'y matupad na rin ang pangarap na magandang kinabukasan. Mahal ko, ako'y pauwi na, ako'y sabik na kayo ay makasama. Mahal ko, ako ay nariyan na, ating pagsaluhan ang pag-asang dala-dala. Bayan ko, ako'y pauwi na, ako'y sabik na ika'y makasama. Bayan ko, ako ay nariyan na, ating pagsaluhan ang pag-asang dala-dala. Ating pagsaluhan ang pag-asang dala-dala.
Thank you. Salamat po. Thank you so much for that. Grabe naman.
Melancholic.
Hindi. Okay lang. As you said, reflective siya of yung pinagdadaanan ng maraming tao here and abroad.
Yeah.
For me, I wanted to talk a little bit more about your show as we head into the last part of our program today. And what goes, in terms of the behind the scenes, what goes into the crafting of this great lineup that you're preparing for the audience? What do you wish people knew na hindi pa?
Well, actually, sa mga regular gigs ko, because it's already a regular, routine. Sometimes I don't prepare. I don't even write my repertoire.
My script.
As I, lang, parang go along na lang. And then somehow, along the way, that evening will lead you to something. Especially with the audience. Because,
Right.
I have different audience from, they different sets of audience. Sometimes mayroon talagang mga gusto lang OPM. Minsan they want me to sing covers, mga ganyan. So minsan nagbabago-bago, and then the feel also it's so there's no definite pattern. So parang kung saan ka lang dalhin ng agos that evening, But of course for concerts you really have to prepare, set the concept.
Mas formal siya.
Mas formal siya.
It's funny that you mentioned covers. Interesting ang impact ng covers sa industry, no? I think,
Yeah.
especially with social media, sa YouTube, hindi lang sa Pilipinas, maraming artists na sumikat online dahil sa mga covers nila. Iba na talaga ang currency ng covers ngayon. How do you feel about using covers or...
Well, because
You mentioned maraming nagre-request din ng mga covers.
yeah, kasi syempre I'm also in the entertainment industry, so I cater to all kinds of music, and the audience also, what they want is iba-iba rin talaga. They really have different tastes in music. So
Right.
I had to somehow even learn, old songs, and but magaganda rin kasi yung mga kanta. But syempre the new songs, I just choose some songs that I like to sing because somehow pagka hindi na bagay sa akin yung iba. I'm too old
Ganon?
for the topic.
Hindi naman.
Ang ganun minsan. But of course, syempre, sometimes if you want to please your audience, you really have to learn it also. And
Who are the new Filipino artists that you'd like us to watch out for?
you should. I like Ebe. Of course, yung sa mga alternative, no.
Right.
Eli Buendia. Of course, I like Rico Blanco also, and ayun. Sa mga mas bata-bata ng konti, Casey Tandingan is
Right.
she's a very good singer.
I think they have an upcoming show then later this year. Yeah.
Tyro and Yumi, these are new artists na ang gagaling talaga, and they're also very good songwriters. Marami dyan most of them are independent artists at napakagaling nila, no? So you can find them in bars in Quezon City and Makati, ganyan. So and they have their own sites also.
I think to each his own naman when it comes to how they grow or evolve. I know there are some artists who have eras in their careers. Like, umiiba talaga. Like,
Nag-iiba.
very drastic yung change sa style, even the aesthetic, even the writing.
I never
But-
thought I'd be able to cross over to the mainstream, no? Kasi parang late bloomer. Because I was already in my 40s when I crossed over to the mainstream music industry. All the time, nasa alternative talaga ako and performing in bars. And yan, sina Glenda, Gloria. Audience ko yan noon nung kumakanta pa ako sa mga bar. Kumakanta pa rin naman ako, but then, now they're too busy.
Ay, hindi.
Nagbago na rin. And then, sometimes natutuwa ako that there are young people who are, who go and listen to my gigs. And yun. And even the songs na I recorded, which was already 2009, yung kahit maputi na ang buhok ko. And young people don't know that, song na it was written in the late 70s. At akala nila ako yung nagsulat. So, but it was parang there's you don't know when the right time also comes, and you just have to keep on doing better
And be ready when it comes.
and be ready. Yeah.
I'm perhaps most excited for the last song in our lineup today, Kanlungan, because...
Team song ng marami.
Theme song ng madami. And I think from the opening chords pa lang, parang recognizable na siya kaagad. And I'm very
Pang-graduation
interested. I'm very interested to hear about the story behind this song. And again, how it has changed.
It was
over time.
it's a buklod song from our album sa Kandungan ng Kalikasan. It was a collection of environmental songs, and parang this was our carrier single. Kasama ko si Rom Dongketo, who actually originally he was really the one who crafted the song, and of course when we recorded it, we didn't know that it was really going to be well appreciated by the people. Actually, when we were trying to give it to a record label, parang hindi sila
talaga?
hindi nila kinuha. So we were rejected. So but hindi naman yun yung katapusan ng mundo. So we just continued and went on with what we were doing, and we were able to release that album sa Kandungan ng Kalikasan, which is more meaningful because it's an environmental
So
album.
this iconic song was once rejected by labels?
Yeah,
Wow.
that was written in 1990, and we released it in 1991. And yun din yung time ng mga alternative bands, no? Eraserheads, mga ganyan, and Yano, ganyan. But siguro we did not appeal to the palate, to the taste of of the record companies. That's why,
No, but it has endured.
yeah, it has endured.
Please, sir, take it away.
So, yan. Thank you
Thank
for
you very
having me.
much. Thank you very much for joining us
Thank you for
today.
having me.
And don't forget Traffic Jam.
Yeah, September 16 at the Music Museum, and October 21 at the PETA Theater Center with Ogie Alcacid, Rico Blanco, and Isel Santos.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Panahon ng pagkakataon, may babalik ba ang kahapon? Natatandaan mo pa ba nang tayong dalawa'y unang magkita? Panahon ng kamusmusan sa piling ng mga bulaklak at halaman, doon tayo nagsimula mangarap at tumula. Natatandaan mo pa ba? Inukit kong puso sa punong mangga at ang inalay kong gumamela, maghahawak kamay sa dalampasigan, malayang tulad ng mga ibon, ang gunita ng ating kahapon. Ang mga puno at halaman ay kabiyak ng ating gunita. Sa paglipas ng panahon, bakit kailangan ding lumisan? Panapanahon ng pagkakataon, may babalik ba ang kahapon? Ngayong ikaw ay nagbalik, at tulad ko rin ng iyong pananabik, makita ang dating kanlungan, tahanan ng ating tula at pangarap. Lumilipas ang panahon, kabiyak ng ating gunita, ang mga puno at halaman, bakit kailangan lumisan? Panapanahon ng pagkakataon, may babalik ba ang kahapon? kabiyak ng ating gunita. Ang mga puno at halaman, bakit kailangan lubisan? Hanapan ako ng pagkakataon, may babalik